Right. We
15
are
seconds to the start of the
live and
race.
on the record on YouTube. We are clear to go for our 21.5 B main event.
Less
Mikey
than
in
5.
the 6. Knowlton in the 5. Anton Morissette in the 4. Brian Davis in the 3. Darren Morgan in the 2. And your BQ, Jaree Price. Right. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Let me make sure this is going correct. And we are. All right, Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Let's get it on at the sound of the tone. 5 minutes of B main madness coming at you. Let's restart. Wah, wah. That was an L. Someone took an L. I don't know who did it, but. Was it Jaree's fault? I don't know. That's a good answer right there. All right. Let's try it again. Let's keep things single file. No trying to pass on the first couple turns. Single file. Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. Let's do it again. Sound of the tone. I ain't doing it again, so should have kept the first one. All right, so we got Jaree and Orange Car. So I don't know who that is. I think that might be Knowlton. It is. So Knowlton's going to lead off that first lap, followed by Jaree. Brian Davis in that 3. Morissette, Mikey Morgan, your running order. It's a long 5-minute main, and these B mains, anything can happen, and it can happen real quick. So let's put down your head. Throw down some clean laps and see what comes of it. We are only 45 seconds in. Top 3 doing a little early breakaway. Knowlton, Price, Davis. And then we got Mikey Morgan, Morissette in a tight race as well. So we'll see how things shape out here as time keeps going. Knowlton off to a good start in the all-orange. Yellow wheel by the start-finish line. He goes, skies it over that pitcher's mound. Makes it stick. Staying out front. Price and Davis all less than 2 seconds away from one another. No, getting a little squirrely, and there comes Jaree and Davis. Jaree gets around. Jaree's going to lead it down that straightaway. It's a drag race. Knowlton bobbles the pipe, collects a little bit of Davis, but they are still in contention. Well done, well done. That's what I like to see. So 2 and 3 get into it with one another. They do the gentlemanly thing and wait for one another. Jaree's going to take full advantage. Jaree now with the straightaway lead in that TLR Proline rig. Double single she goes off that back triple. Davis in that 2. Knowlton in the 3. 2:20 and 2:40 to go. It's Jaree Davis now. Knowlton looming. Morgan, in the meantime, throwing down some consistent laps, trying to get his way in there. He's not too far off. He's about a half a straightaway off the back door of number 3. Jaree with a little bobble. Little side-by-side action with Davis. Davis goes upside down. It's got to get marshaled out. Knowlton goes upside down. It's got to get marshaled out. And there's Darren Morgan. Watch behind you, Paul. Unreal.
2 minutes left.
So top 3 all had their fair share of bad laps, and Jaree came out on top again. She's got over straightaway now on the number 2, Brian Davis. And then we got Knowlton, Morgan, and Mikey battling it out for that 3 spot. Off the straightaway they go. Anton not too far off either, so still plenty of time for anything to happen with a minute 30 to go. Knowlton's got that 3 spot. Morgan and Mikey trying to work together to reel him in. And then Knowlton spins a donut. Morgan gets around, so Morgan now going to move into that 3 spot. Knowlton going to fall to the 4. We got Mikey Morissette going down that straightaway now. Jaree had 3.8 on Davis. By the start-finish line, she goes. Let's see what happens here. Still 3.8, so she still got over straightaway lead with 1 minute, to go. Taking the top two. Jaree puts it upside down. Had to get marshaled out. So top 2 drivers now. Pretty close one over that crossover. Taking the top 2 into that A main event. Let's see how these two do working together here in the final 35 seconds here. They've got a pretty hefty lead over Knowlton, who's worked his way back into that 3 spot. And then he gets it wrong on the pitcher's mound. There goes Morgan around again. Morgan skies it, makes it over the pipe, but loses that spot again. Mikey went for it. Didn't quite make it, though. Looks like he's broken out. He's down for the count. With 12 seconds to go. 1 and 2 off that back straightaway. We're working pretty well together. This will be their last lap. Anton's going to get around for one more. Everyone else will be done when you come across that line. So Jaree and Davis, in that order, are going to advance to that A main event. Everyone else will be done when you come across that line. Here comes Knowlton. By the start-finish line, in that 3 spot. Jaree honing in her 6G capabilities, getting that win. That is a race all.
The race is completed.
All stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. Jaree and Davis, you guys will be in race number 5. We need all those drivers down on the track to marshal, please. All those drivers down on the track to marshal. We'll need a couple volunteers. Our 17.5 B main event is coming up next. And we got Brian Davis going back to back here, so we definitely need some volunteer marshals. So volunteers, please hop out sooner than later. We can go ahead and get blowers down. These are all charged here, KG. What's that? No, these are all charged. These are dead. Yeah, dead's right here. Yeah. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Sean. Just make it quick. All right, drivers, go ahead and roll around.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Roll around, check them in. We need one coming onto the straightaway here.
Brian Davis.
You're going to hang out, KG. Thank you very much. Darren, if I can get you over here.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Scott Chandler. Leigh Anderson. John Young.
All right, we got Davis in the 6, John Young in the 5, Scott Chandler in the 4.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Renee taking a seat. Why not? You going to run this one? Yeah.
$15 seconds to the start of the race.
4 is 4-wheel. 4 is 4-wheel. Oh, wait.
Less than 5.
Myself. 3 is 4-wheel. I forgot. Yeah. 3 is 4-wheel. You were right. All right, no one else down that straightaway. Davis in the 6. John Young in the 5. Chandler in the 4. Renee in the 3. Taking the scratch. Why not in the 2? And BQ. Les Anderson. Here, why not, right? Yeah, I told you guys I deleted that B main. Everyone's going to that A main in that fixed timing class. And I reposted. I made a couple announcements about that. You stuff your sorries in a sack. Get on up here. It's the greatest show on earth here. Our 75 B main event, even though Paul's not in it. We're still going to do what we do for our B main event. Pick your horses. Gather around. 17.5 B main. Almost never disappoints. It's going to be a whirlwind of hair, teeth, and fist. Taking the top two into that A main event. Marshals on your toes. You got why not up there and ready? All right. Marshals ready. Drivers ready. Let's get it on at the sound of the tone. Easy, boys. I know you guys are all racing for spots, but let's keep things civil. All right, looks like Why Not's going to lead it out. Let's get it wrong over that double in front of the pitcher's mound. He's going to drop down to the bottom. Why Not Young? Chandler, top three, breaking away a little early. Then we got Davis and Les. Chandler going upside down to that back triple. Why Not taking a spill? Young was not close enough to capitalize. 1 and 2 going down that straightaway. Then it's Chandler Anderson. Davis. Down the straightaway they go. We are not even a minute in yet. So anything can materialize here in our 17.5 B main. Why Not starting to stretch out a little bit. Young trying to keep up with them. But Chandler and Les down that straightaway trying to keep them honest. Trying to reel them in. Looks like Davis is out. So we started with 6. And we are down to 4. So I hyped up our 17.5 B main, and now it's straight snooze fest. Everyone's starting to gap out for one another. It's Why Not Young, Chandler Anderson. Your running order. Closest battles between Chandler and Anderson going down that straightaway. Why Not, after a scheduling snafu, finds himself in that top transfer spot. Our four-wheel drive A main is coming up next. All right, now we got Chandler and Anderson making it interesting here. Anderson powers over that triple. Chandler had to go double single. Didn't lose too much time. Oh, no. Young puts it upside down on the pitcher's mound. And there's Les and Chandler down the straightaway. It's a drag race for that 2 spot.
2 minutes left.
Anderson's going to take it. And then Young clips a little bit of pipe and misses Les. Double single. They all go over that crossover. So here we go. Here we go. Minute 50 left. Oh, Anderson rolls it over on his lid. Young's going to retake that 2 spot. Chandler rolls it over on the pitcher's mound. Now Young hangs it up on a pipe. And then 2 clips Marshall. Now Anderson's got it back again. So it's Anderson, Chandler, Young. No one wants to take this 2 spot here. Anderson goes for it. Airs it out. Makes the triple. The other 2 got to go double single. Everyone's going for glory now. 1:15 left. 1:15 left. There's 2, 3 down that straightaway. Here comes Why Not. Why Not's looking to put a lap on the field. I think he'll let these guys race it out, though, because they are all battling for this final transfer spot. Anderson's got it. Young wants it. Chandler wants to get a piece as well. He's hoping to pick up some pieces. Anderson pushed a little wide to go by that start-finish line. Maintains his position. Another drag race down that straightaway. Anderson out front. Young right on his tail, waiting for a mistake to happen. Double single, they both go. Anderson trying to protect his line. Didn't want to go out too wide and make that triple. Young clips the pipe, but lands on his feet. Doesn't lose too much time. 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. They will likely all three get around for one more. So here they go. This is the final lap here. Final lap here. And it is on for that final transfer spot. Less out front. Young, not too far behind. Why not with the best seat in the house for this final battle here for that second transfer spot? It's Les's to lose. Here comes Young charging hard by the start-finish line. It's going to be Anderson. Young's going to have to settle for that 3. Chandler in the 4. That is a race. All stop, all stop.
The race is completed.
Why not? And Anderson, you guys are advancing that A main. That A main is coming up. Race number 7. We'll need all you guys down on the track to marshal. We'll need a handful of volunteers. We'll need about 4 volunteer marshals out on the track, please. 4 volunteer marshals out on the track. Oh, we're getting water. No, we're not. Sorry. Scratch that. We are not getting water. Got ahead of myself there. It's only race number 3. So we need a handful of volunteer marshals out on the track. And all those drivers from race number 2 out on the track. Our 13.5 four-wheel experts and sportsmen are coming up next. All right. We'll get our blowers down. Again, we do need a bunch of marshals out here, so we need some marshals out on cones. Clear the track.
1 minute to the start of the race.
You guys go ahead and roll them out, check them in. In that 8 spot, Sean Rogers, Gabe Soto in the 7, Brian Luke in the 6, Rene Lopez in the 5, Robbie K in the 4, Scott Chandler in the 3, Garrick Lasher in the 2,
45 seconds to the start of the race.
13.5 four-wheel.
Robert Kakela, Scott Chandler, Garrick Lastra, John Henry III, Gabe Soto, Sean Rogers.
All right, Brian Luke will be
Brian
the
Luke.
last one down that
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Actually, Sean Rogers will be now. All right, straightaway is closed. No more ripping down that straightaway. Get in your grid positions.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
We need 2 marshals. We need the buckets covered. 2 marshals, please.
Less than 5.
2 marshals on the bucket. Darren's going to help out. Thank you. We need one more. One more marshal on the bucket. Anthony's going to help out. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. Everyone, you guys in the back, scoot up 1. Brian Luke, scoot up 1. Gabe, let Gabe sneak in there. Gabe, you're right in front of Sean. There you go. All right, here we go. Marshals ready, drivers ready. Let's go racing at the sound of the tone. 4-wheel drive maniacs off and going. Watch down that center straight. Quick little breakaway. Lasher looked to the inside. Got a little contact with Henry. They made it stick, though, so Lasher's going to hang on to that one. Henry goes upside down early on. That's going to move Robbie K into that 2 spot. Carnage off that triple. Lastra reaping the benefits out of some carnage here. And then he rolls it over, puts it on his lid, out no man's land. So here comes 2 and 3 now. So after getting a huge break, cashes it all in. And then 2 and 3 slap each other silly one more time. And then Lasher gets another huge break. So everything that he lost, he has gained back, plus some. Robbie K is going to stay in that 2. 2 and 3 now. 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 2 Then it's going to be Chandler Henry for our expert division. Brian Luke leading out our sportsman division. Soto Rogers, your running order for sportsman. Robbie K and Henry have been magnets here. Every time one of them gets out of sorts, they get into one another. And Lastra is reaping all the benefits. Watch by the start-finish line. It is clear now. We are halfway down. 2:30 to go. Lastra out front. Chandler in that 2. Chandler spinning it around. Henry a little gun shy after running in all those problems. Doesn't pull the trigger to get around, and then trouble happens going into that center straight. And Henry now is going to find himself settled in that 2 spot.
Two minutes left.
It's got about 9 seconds, so we'll start pacing 1 and 2. With 2 minutes to go, Scott Chandler still in that 3. Robbie K in the 4. There goes Brian Luke by the start-finish line, nearly our sportsman division. He's got a hefty lead on Soto in that 2 spot. Soto's got a hefty lead on Rogers. So Lastra avoiding the
1 minute left.
early race carnage. Paying off dividends here. He is comfortably out in that lead. 50 seconds to go. Lastra is checked out. Henry in that 2. Chandler in the 3. Robbie K rounding out the expert field. Luke Soto Rogers rounding out the sportsman field. The silver lining is everyone is up and running and looking strong to finish out. Fully operational. Of course, some guys are making a late charge to make that not happen. Yeah, about 10 seconds. See if Gabe Soto makes it around for another one. And he will. Everyone else will be done when you come across that start-finish line. Henry, you are done in the 2. Rogers, you are done. Robbie K's done. Lastra, your winner by the start-finish line. Chandler in that 3. We're waiting on Gabe Soto. And that is a race. All stop, taking the win. Lastra, Henry in the 2. Chandler in the 3. Sportsman, Brian Luke taking the win. Soto Rogers, your top 3.
The race is completed.
Marshals, grab your blowers. Thank you very much. We need all those drivers from race number 3 down on the track. All those drivers from race number 3, we need you down on the track. And we will get our novice A main up and going. Following our novice A main, we will have a race. We will have water and then the remainder of our mains. So let's get all of our drivers from race number 3 out on the track, please. We need all those marshals out here, please. These are charged. Thank you, Anton. All right, novice drivers, go ahead and roll them out.
1 minute to the start of the race. Anthony Fitzgibbons. Justin Trombino.
All right, we got
Allison Shaw.
Bella in the 6.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Brian Stieber in the 4, Trombino in the 3, Allison Shaw in the 2, Anthony Fitzgibbons on the pole. All right, no one else down that straightaway. No one else down that
30
straightaway.
seconds to the start of the race.
Allison, you're in the 2 spot.
Why not JR? Brian Stieber.
John Henry, we need you out here to mark.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Oh, your race marshal race.
Less than 5.
Why are you pointing at me? Thank you, Brian. All right, I'm not sure what the problem is here, but I need you out here, John Henry. Do you have someone marshaling for you? Oh, no, you hang out there on 6. Yeah, you're good there on 6. Thank you, Darren. All right, novice A main. Here we go. Marshals ready, drivers ready. Loops going live. The sound of the tone. Anthony with an early breakaway. Allison finds herself moving up into that 2 spot. She started in the 2. Brian Stieber in the 3. Trombino. And then Bella. So Fitzgibbons enjoying the performance out of that 2-wheel drive buggy. Dominated qualifying, finds himself way out front early on in the A main. Allison trying to hang on to that 2 spot. She has a little drag race with Brian Stieber. Stieber now out in the 2, goes a little wide, gets out in the fluff. Allison retakes that 2 spot. Goes out of bounds, and there is Brian Stieber now. Trombino not too far behind. Help her out. That car is on the other side, other side, other side. Watched by the pitcher's mound. So Trombino found himself in that 3 spot for just a moment. Rolled it over, getting on that straightaway. Rolls it over again. No one wants to take this 3 spot, apparently. So now Allison, see if she gets by that start-finish line on that 2 spot. And she does. Brian Stieber. Those two have been swapping spots. Oh, watch that center straight. Watch that center straight. The battle is still on for that 2 spot. Right now, Allison's got it, but she has traded with Brian Stieber several times. Trombino's been in that mix as well. Trombino's now is going to take over that 3 spot. Down the straightaway he goes. Puts it up on 2 wheels.
2 minutes left.
Settles it back down. 2 minutes left to go in this main. 2 minutes left to go in this main. Water's going down after this race, and then we will finish out the rest of our mains, starting with our 21.5 A main. So your leader has checked out officially. He's got a huge lead now. And the black and white yellow wheel Associated Buggy. Watch on the cheater cones. Anthony Fitzgibbons clicking off another one. Allison trying to lengthen her stride in that too, but she has got Trombino not too far off. And just like that, Allison is upside down. Here comes Trombino. So the battle for 2 is on. Down the straightaway they go. Through that center straight. Back
1 minute left.
Over the cheater doubles they go. That is your closest race for that 2 spot. Allison's got it. Trombino wants it. Trombino puts it over in that center straight. It's going to let Allison gap out just a tad here. With 23 seconds to go, 23 seconds to go. Allison will get around for another one. Trombino will get around as well. All right, everyone keep going. You'll be done when you come across that start-finish line. Bella, you are done. Allison, you are done. Taking that 2 spot. Fitzgibbons taking the win. You are done. We are waiting on Trombino and Stieber. Woo. All right, there goes Trombino. Waiting on Stieber. We got one more. And Stieber in the 4. That is a race. All stop, all stop.
The race is completed.
Marshals, grab your blowers. Marshals, grab your blowers. We need all those drivers and a handful of volunteers down on the track. Put a little water down, and then our 21.5 A main will be up next. All right, we will need some volunteers for this next race, so please hop on out. Grab an orange cone right now. Would be appreciated. The GIF I could have made out of that, Thayer. You have no idea. All right. Thank you again to our volunteer marshals. You guys go ahead and roll them around. Track is yours. Track is yours.
Brian Davis.
What? All right, we got Brian Davis in that 10 spot. Jaree Price
Robert Morgan.
in the 9.
Aaron Ferrara.
Ferrera in the 8.
Jeremy Carter.
Soto in the 7.
Rudy Gonzalez. John Henry
Carter
III.
in the 6.
John Young.
in the 5.
Gabe Soto.
Robert Morgan
Jerry
in the
Price.
4. Rudy Gonzalez in the 3. There's Trimmings. Trimmings in that 2. And top qualifier for the night, John Henry. I guess Trimmings did leave. No Matt Trimmings? All right.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Easy. Why are we stopping on the straight there? All right, I guess that was a signal. No one else down that straightaway. No one else down that straightaway. And you guys
45
just got
seconds
water,
to the start of
so
the
I was
race.
giving you a little extra time there. No one else down that straightaway. Get them racked up. Rack them and stack them. We need a marshal on one of the buckets and one of them by the start-finish line. Need 2 marshals, please. 2 marshals.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
We need 2 marshals. 2 marshals.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Connell's going to help out. KG, thank you. All right, here we go. Brian Steber. Can you just scoot up closer to the cone there? Probably going to get some action over there. All right, here we go. Here we go. Marshals ready, drivers ready. Let's go racing at the sound of the tone. Things clean, please. Keep things clean. All right, all right. That's what I like to see, other than a little incidental spin out there towards the back. Everything went off pretty smooth there. John Henry leading out that first lap, followed by Rudy. Then we got Morgan, Carter, Young, Ferrara making strides. Davis, Soto, Price. All right, got that fixed up there. 1 and 2, doing a little breakaway. Robert Morgan in that 3. He's got Young hot on his heels, along with Carter. And we got Ferrara, Soto, Price. Davis coming off that straightaway. One and 2 off the straightaway. 3 and 4 off that straightaway. Carter falling off just a little bit. Now he's going to have to deal with Ferrara, Soto going on that straightaway as well. Price and Davis not too far off either. Henry and Gonzalez starting to come up on back markers now. Henry put it upside down, had to get marshaled out. Somehow stayed out front, though. So 1 and 2 are coming up on Davis and Price. You guys know what to do when the time comes. Henry making it through. Gonzalez coming up on Davis now. He opened the door for you, and you miss it. Watch that center straight. Watch that center straight. So Rudy plummets there after that mishap.
2 minutes left.
Over that crossover. And Henry puts it upside down. Morgan, who's in the 2, wasn't quite close enough. Henry had a lot of time to give up there. He had 6 seconds. Now he's only got 2.2. So now it's Henry Morgan. Gonzalez stayed in the 3 despite all that. Yeah, Young in the 4, Soto, Carter, Ferrara, Davis, Price. Henry now working with clean air out in front of him by the start-finish line. Soto, that's number 2, working up on you.
1 minute left.
And then, Aaron, you'll have number 3 working up on you. So when the time comes, you know what to do. So Robert Morgan keeping Henry honest after that mistake out of Henry now. Morgan starting to salivate, not letting him get away. Late in the race with 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. Top 2 will get around for another one. Rudy throws down a heater. He might get around for another one. One and 2 get by. And Rudy caught you at the line. You got to settle for that 3 spot. Everyone else will be done when you come by that line. So we got Gonzalez, Soto, Carter, Ferrara. Davis by the line. Henry with a late bobble. Had some to cash in. Robert was not quite close enough there. That is a race. All stop. Henry, Morgan, Gonzalez, 1, 2, and 3.
The race is completed.
Marshals, grab your blowers. Marshals, grab your blowers. Let's get all those drivers from race number 5. We should have plenty of marshals. We got 90 out there. We need all 90 out on the track, please. All 90 out on the track. We race number 6. Our 75 fixed timing is coming up next. All right, 21.5. How come half of you can get out here and the other half of you can't? Let's go.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, guys, go ahead and roll them out. Check them in. 75 fixed timing. Coming at you next. Yeah, Curtis Chandler in the 10. Perry in the 9. Gallegos in the 8.
45 seconds to the start of the
7,
race.
Helmrich in the 6. Cocott in the 5. Craig Shaw in the 4.
Why not?
Lastra in the 3. Weir in
Mike
the
Coco,
2.
Garrett Lastra, Lee Helmrich.
And
Wrong way driver.
Why not? In that
Slow. Mike Galos.
spot.
30 seconds to the start of the race. Harry Mayfield. Mike Sara. Craig Shaw.
All right, Shaw will be the last one down that straightaway, if he so chooses. All right. Shut it down. Shut it down. No one else tearing down that straight.
15
Get
seconds
your
to the start of the race.
positions. Get in your positions.
Less than 5.
All of our marshal spots covered. Get all figured out there. Looks like it. All right, here we go. Marshals on your toes. Drivers on your toes. Let's get it on at the sound of the tone. All right. Decent start. Little melee there on that crossover. Watch over the cheater double. Watch over the cheater double. Sora getting it wrong. Why not lead now? Paul Weir in that too. I should know who that is. Yeah, Lasher in that 3. Shaw in the 4. Then we got Helmer, Kokot, Gallegos, Chandler, Mayfield, and Sora. Paul Weir hits the brakes. Lasher flies right by. Lasher's going to move into that 2 now. Why not going by the line now? He's got his biggest lead of the race right now, 2.2. Shaw still in that 4. Kokot in the 5. Helmerich in the 6. Chandler up to the 7. Mayfield and Gallegos going at it, going down that straightaway, and then Sora rounding out the field. Lasher gets it wrong. Weir was not close enough to take advantage, so there they go, down that straightaway. We are 1:45 into our fixed timing A main. Watch by the cheater cones, watch by the cheater cones. Why not dodge the bullet on that one? Gets through unscathed. Lasher and Weir going at it down the straightaway. That's your closest race for that 2 spot. Why not bonks into the cheater cones? Has to get marshaled out. Here comes Lasher and Weir now. Carnage ensuing in the top 3. Lasher moves into that 2 spot. That's going to be 2 working with you, Sort. Paul taking the long way around, getting down that straightaway. So why not, after a series of bobbles, falls to the 3. Lasher is on top now. Why not? Tries to risk it for the biscuit. Doesn't make it stick, but gains a lot of ground on Weir. Lasher is going to be coming up on Gallegos. Lasher puts it upside down. Now Paul Weir to the point. Paul Weir taking over
2
that
minutes
lead.
left.
Why not in the 2? Lasher making a series of mistakes. Bunks it in the cheater cones again. So 1 and 2 breaking out now. Oh, Paul gave it up like a chump right there. Pushed a little wide. Sorry, Paul. Carnage ensuing over that crossover. Sorry, you're going to have 1 and 2 working up on you. I love you, Paul. So Tony now reclaiming the lead after a series of mistakes. He makes another mistake. Paul Weir not quite close enough. Minute 20 to go over that back triple. 1 and 2, sky it out over that crossover now. Treater double. Paul Weir puts it on his lid. He's still on the 2 though. 3 wasn't quite close enough. He's got a sizable lead there. Patience, Paul. Patience. Patience, Paul. Down the
1 minute
straightaway.
left.
Don't think Carnage and Cheese going down that straightaway as Lasher trying to make up for lost time. So Tony breaking away from the field there after that mistake, and then he promptly parks it in that pitcher's mound. Yeesh. Why not with a sizable lead still? Paul Weir looking solid in that too. Oh, why not? It's waiting up for him. This is just like, it's like Bart and Crew Jones going at it for a rad. Oh, and then he wasted it. He squandered it. I wouldn't do that too long because here comes Lastra. Oh, here we go. Race is on. These guys want to race. They don't care. 10 seconds to go. This is going to be their last lap. It's a battle to the end here. Oh, why not? Oh, 1 and 2, both bonking. Here comes Lastra. Lastra dives to the inside. It's gonna You dorks. All right, good ending there. You guys will be done when you come across the start-finish line. We're waiting on Sora and Chandler. There goes Sora, and there goes Chandler. Why not going to hang on to the win? Lastra's going to take the 2. Weird's going to end up in the 3. Marshall's
race is
grab
completed.
your blowers. Marshall's grab your blowers. We need all those drivers from race number 6 down on the track. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you too, man. Have a safe trip home. Hey, Paul, your race is over. He's racing a ghost, I guess. Let's get all those drivers out on
Jackson
the
Brunson.
track. Out on the track. We got a battle for the ages here. 17.5 expert division. Clear the track. Clear the track. Paul Weir, why are you going back to the pits?
1 minute to the start of the race.
I know you're new here, but please don't go back to the pits. Come out and find a marshalling position. All right, guys, go ahead and roll them out. Check them in.
45
Roll 'em
seconds to
out,
the start
check
of the
'em
race.
in. Roll them out. Check them in. Yeah, we haven't been back since. Les Anderson in the 10.
Jake Thayer.
In the 9.
30 seconds to the start of the
Gallows
race.
in the 8. Brian
Freewheeler.
Day in the 7.
Ryan
Locken
Prince.
in the 6. Brunson in the 5. Prince in the 4.
Leigh Anderson.
McConnell in the 2.
Why not?
Willie
Randy
Emil
Locken.
Smith in the 2.
Lord Farquhar.
And your top
Mike Galos.
qualifier,
Been there, done that.
Jackie Thayer.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Rack 'em and stack 'em. Don't do that, please. Don't do that.
Less than 5.
You're right. You're the real winner. What is the clown doing over here? Let's rack him up. Quit playing with your play pretties. Something my history teacher used to say in 8th grade when you guys were fooling around. Let's get in your positions. Let's go. All right, Marshall's ready, driver's ready. Let's go racing at the sound of the tone. See what happens? See what happens when you play around? All right, take a deep breath. Here we go. Marshall's ready, driver's ready. Let's get it on at the sound of the tone. Yeehaw, we are off. Kicking the tires and lighting the fires here. We got a decent start. Let's see what happens in that crossover. Pretty decent. They're going to lead out that first lap, followed by Willie, Brunson, McConnell. Woo! Someone went for the glory. Didn't quite make it happen. That was Gallegos getting it wrong. Smoking the pole. They're leading out in the all-white Associated. One a much more JC ride. Willie Amos Smith, AE factory pilot with that AKA rubber. Then we got Brunson in the LT Rent-A-Ride in that 3 spot. With the yellow shell, white wheels. McConnell in that 4. Then we got Locken. Watching that center straight, watching that center straight. Where is my Marshall there? And that's... in that crossover. Sora. Mike Sora, will you slide over to that other bucket? Paul, will you take that bucket over there? Looks like right there had a little bit of a bobble, so Willie moved into that 1. He's got Brunson hot on his heels. And then Willie goes for a ride, lands on its feet. So I think Willie's going to hang on to that 2 now. Brunson going to take over that top spot. It's Brunson, Willie. McConnell now. Thayer in the 4. And then Locken. There goes 1 and 2 down that straightaway. 3 and 4 down that straightaway. 5 and 6 down the straightaway. That's Prince and Locken and Prince, I should say. Brunson finding his mojo in the main. Then he rolls it over in that back triple. Here comes Willie. Willie's going to make it over that crossover in that lead. So now Willie's going to take over that top spot for a minute. He's got Brunson hot on his heels. They land on top of one another. And there's McConnell now. 1, 2, and 3 down that straightaway. Brunson's going to hang on to that lead. He's got Willie and McConnell in tow. It is a AE train going over that back triple. Thayer found his way back into that 4 spot, trying to reel in these top 3. Brunson, Willie, McConnell, by the start-finish line they go. Then we got Thayer.
2 minutes left.
Locken Prince. Marshall on the center straight, center straight, center straight. Brunson lengthening his stride just a little bit. Willie McConnell battling out for that 2 spot. Thayer now finding his way back up into that hunt now. Turning on the afterburners. Battle is on for 3. Willie with a barrel roll lands on his feet. Drops 2 spots just like that. So even with a tight recovery, he still lost spots to McConnell and Thayer. Brunson coming up on, why not? You're gonna have your leader working up on you. Anderson knew what was going on. Thank you very much, guys.
1 minute left.
Good driving, good driving. See what's coming up next. Nothing. Brunson's got clean air out in front of him. Well done. All right. So we got McConnell, Thayer now. Willie battling out for that 2 spot. Prince in the hunt now. It's like Locken fell out the back door there with 33 seconds to go. 33 seconds to go. Larry Tom's going to put that car in the case after it wins. Never to be driven again. And the battle is still on for 2. McConnell hanging on with a hard charging Thayer and Willie. They're going to get around for 1 more. So the battle's going to be on for 2. And here we go. Here we go. Less than 3. Let's see if Prince gets around. Prince gets around for a final lap. Battle's on for 2. McConnell's got it. Thayer and Willie. Going to give it all a go. Oh, McConnell gets it wrong off that back triple. Moves Thayer back into that 2. Willie was not close enough to capitalize. So Thayer's going to take the 2. McConnell's going to settle for the 3. Willie in the 4, and then Prince rounding out the field. That is a race all stop, all stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. Marshals, grab your blowers. Brunson, Thayer, McConnell, all 1, 2, and 3.
The race is completed.
All right, we need all those drivers from race number 7 down on the track. All those drivers from race number 7 down on the track. Our 8th and final race will be coming up next. We need all those drivers from that last race out on the track and on an orange cone. Oh, we got Prince going back to back. Are you the only one going back to back?
Ryan Prince.
Thank you, Dree.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, we need one more marshal, please. You guys go roll them out, check them in. Roll them out, check them in. Our final race of the night.
45 seconds to the start of the
Number
race.
88, Paul Weir in the 7, Cocott in the 6, Adam Peters in the 5, Sylvie in the 4, Prince in the 3, Gatton in the 2, Spencer Rifkin. Sorry, Spencer, I missed the button. Spencer Rifkin in the 1.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, no, we'll give you one more.
Adam Peters. Kevin Gatton. Wrong way driver.
One more marshal
Cucumber.
coming onto that straightaway. One more marshal coming on that straightaway.
Mike Cocotte. Jim Sylvie.
All
15
right,
seconds to the start of the
Sylvie
race.
and Cocott, last one's down there. All right, no one else down that straightaway. Back it down, back it down.
Less than 5.
Let's grid them up, grid them up. I need one marshal coming onto this straightaway. Oh, yeah.
Spencer Rifkin.
Should already be out here. Unreal. All right. Here we go, our 8th and final race of the night. Just leave Paul Weir there. That's where he belongs. All right, marshals on your toes. Drivers, you are weapons free on the tone. Two-wheel mod gets some A-main underway here. Our Whip It Wednesday shutting down the track here for us. Let out by Spencer Rifkin. Gatton Prince. Sylvie, Peters, Cocott, McCumber, Weir. It's on. It is on. Gatton and Prince trying to keep Spencer honest here early on. Sylvie, Peters not too far off. Cocott, McCumber, Weir got their own race going on down that straightaway. So we got a little three-car breakaway here. All right, Spencer trying to break away. He's got about a half straightaway lead. 2 and 3 going at it. That's Gatton and Prince. Prince catches a little bit of a pipe, so that's going to give Gatton some breathing room. Try to do his best to hang on to Spencer's coattails. Spencer with a little bob over that cheater double. So now Gatton closing the gap a little bit. Prince in that 3 spot. Sylvain in the 4. Then we got McCumber, Weir, and Kokot. So Spencer with the AE, JC rubber. Gatton with the AE, Proline rubber. Watch on the pitcher's mound. Watch on the pitcher's mound. It is clear. That was McCumber hanging it up. Allow Weir to catch up a little bit. So the battle is on between those two. And then McCumber hooks another pipe. Lets Paul Weir get around. So Paul Weir is going to gain another spot there. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's a lap down. I'm not sure what's going on here with those back markers. Paul Weir's got a rear view mirror full of Spencer Rifkin and Kevin Gatton. He didn't slow down that much. Tucker ain't going to do that, I tell you that much. You want to catch him, you're going to grab fistful at throttle. We are 3 minutes in, 2 to go.
2 minutes left.
Rifkin Gatton separated by 1 second, now 9/10. Down the straightaway they go, coming up on Tucker. It's 1 and 2 battling it out there. Well done, game on, because here comes Paul Weir. Don't let him get by you. Still 9/10, separate 1 and 2. Prince now breaking away in that 3 spot. Sylvain holding strong in that 4. Then it's Peters, McCumber, Weir, Kokot. So Gatton had a little bit of a bobble there because Spencer now starting to gap out here with 58 seconds left. He's got 1.7 now. He was under 1 second there for several laps. Gatton goes for a little tumble, had to get marshaled out. And now Prince starting to turn up the heat a little bit. Trying to set his sights on Gatton. 25 seconds left to go. I don't think 2 and 3 are going to get around for another one, and they will not. So it's going to be a race to the line. We got one upside down by that cheater double. Gatton's going to get by first. Prince is going to finish in that 3. Peters, you are done. Rifkin's got his white flag lap. Everyone else is done when you come by that line. And that is a race taking the win. Spencer Rifkin, Gatton in the 2. Prince in that 3. Thank you all for coming out. Hope you all had a good time. We'll be doing it again on Saturday. Doors open at 10. Racing starts at 1. Make sure you guys take care of your tabs and have a safe trip home.
The race is completed.